G'day guys. I decided to abandon the good old cameras today because I was trying to set up a freeway interview, and well, it didn't exactly work. But today we've got Mingovi and DPR from KZG, and I think Ming's staying on, and I think DPR is retiring. Is that right? Or like, how's KZG gonna be basically after Open's done?
It's a good question. It's going to be probably just me, Belly, and NPR that stays. Josh is just super subbing for us right now.
Is it because of the rule, the core free, or is that anything to do with that?
No, I just like playing with those guys. They're like pretty chill. So just doing it as a bit of a project kind of thing, just enjoying it.
So, how did the first map go? Because obviously I only started casting on the second map of Ancient, like towards the end there. Like, what happened in the first map, particularly from KZG side? Because obviously you lost it pretty close to Underground.
Um, I don't even know if we won a single pistol tonight, but I think we
We
had like a
rolled
pretty.
out CT side.
Yeah, I think
On
we
Nuke.
just. I think every time we've been playing Nuke, we just struggle with getting wrapped outside at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you one thing
And
though.
then T side, yeah, we just have like we don't really have a book at the moment. It's like I just throw you smokes outside, and then I don't know. Everybody kind of spreads out. And we just hope it works out, and then we try to piece it together if something works.
Yep. Funny thing today, all the games I casted, not a single person won an anti-eco up until the last pistols of Inferno. And I casted 5 pistol rounds, and no one won a force way afterwards. Like no one won the anti-eco. But
Yeah, that's
uh,
chaos.
but also with Ancient, like, how was it on there in particular? Because it seems like it was curtains for you guys. It was 15-14, and NPR's in a 1v4. What were you guys going through? Did any of you guys like do the good old disconnect and then have to like sheepishly reconnect back to the server after he clutched it?
I walked away from my computer, but I didn't disconnect.
Yeah, I don't really say anything. I was just kind of watching him, and then as soon as he got the next 2 kills, that we like everyone just started calling like where the players were.
Mhm.
Like kind of just ran it down and gave it.
Yeah. As soon as he got the second kill, I knew it was on.
How hard it is like IGL, especially in those OT rounds in particular, where like every round suddenly counts because you're not dealing with 24 rounds, you're now dealing with 6.
I don't think much changes. I think more stuff starts to go out the door. Like
Mhm.
I think as soon as it hits like one of the T sides on OT, like we didn't really. I don't know. They said I was running up ramp, and then these guys would just call like something to add on to it.
Yeah.
It's like I said, like we don't really have like we're not playing off a book. It's like we're just going off like what we know individually.
Yeah.
So basically pugging it.
Yep.
Yeah, we
pretty
are
much.
100%.
So obviously Ming's staying in the team. What are you gonna do DPR after this is over for KCG or whenever it's gonna be over? We're not letting a state retire, right?
No, I'm not playing. I don't think. I'm probably just gonna keep doing casting because I think that's kind of fun, but it's not as much time commitment as playing like 5 nights a week, obviously. So that's probably going to be my thing, at least for now.
Like, is there any reason why you don't want to commit 5 nights? Is there something like you got a career or anything like that, or job or uni or?
I mean, I work and I have uni and stuff, so yeah, kind of just trying to focus on that a bit more, I guess.
How do you find time to play CS? Because I know some people in particular that like work and then have uni and then stream, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you find the time?
It's no social life, like literally. It's sad, but that's what it is, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, this match puts you a bit closer in particular. I forget which unfortunate team you guys are versing after this.
I think it's 9-5.
Yeah, I think it's 9-5. I think they just won their game.
I think they just won.
Yeah. So,
that'll be fun.
do you guys have any like particular teams that you want to verse? Let's just say you beat 9-5, or in particular, any teams that you rather verse than like any other teams? Like I asked Brace this, and he wanted to verse Fury, and understandably why, because they beat Fury like 13-5, 13-4. But is there any other teams that you would like prefer to go against? Like would God's Work be happy? You guys be happy to go against them as well?
Yeah. I think we want to get back at LVG because we lost to them, so I think everyone wants to get back at them.
Yep.
Which will probably happen in the second last game.
Well, given that DXA tried previously and they lost, I don't fancy your chances too much at getting back at Kyo.
I think we'll be right.
Yep. So
Oh
overall,
no, the way we lost to them. Oh, sorry. There you go.
well, there you go. Yeah. Like, how did you lose to LVG? Like, what was it tragic or?
It was like they were just hitting some crazy shots. I'm not gonna lie. Like
They
we were just hitting absolutely aimed.
feeling it. Our mouses were pretty much disconnected that game.
Frozen, yeah.
That was just not
We were
even
getting
close.
destroyed.
How many kills did Kyo get? Did Kyo get like 50 kills or some shit?
I think he did alright.
They were on a
Yeah, it was
rotating
literally the whole
roster of, like,
team.
who
Yeah,
multis.
it was like their whole team except Gump was like
We can't
just
even do anything
fragging
there.
us.
We can't even do anything but just laugh it off.
Yeah, nah, it was an unfortunate game.
Yep. So obviously, as you guys know, with Open, so Open's becoming a bit less valuable. Obviously, the ECL stuff has changed. There's no league due to VRS, so they're changing it to 4 cups, and the top 2 in Open are able to participate in the first 2 cups, and then the rest will be VRS. What do you guys feel about those changes overall, like with the ECL changes? And yeah, that's pretty much it. How do you guys feel about those changes?
I think it's better.
You go first.
I think it's just better, like, because I don't know the way they were doing it with the 5. It was like 5 teams going from Open to ECL, right? That was like the previous format. Like, respectfully, like these Open teams would just get absolutely mauled by the good teams in ECL.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're top 5 VRS, which I'm pretty sure is what it was.
Yep.
It's like Rooster, Semperfi, assuming they stay, and then I don't know, House Bets, Talent or X Talent, like that Brace team, and one more. Like any of these Open teams going up there, they're just gonna get smashed. Like it wouldn't even be close. So I don't think it's fair to give away spots. Like even the bottom ECL teams would beat like all these Open teams.
Yeah.
I think it's better to just have all the good teams, and like it sucks. Like I guess you can't progress out of Open, but I think it's better for the competitiveness of the scene to have all the good teams playing in the same league.
Mm-hmm. And do you like it overall?
I feel like I'm a bit different though.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot about Ming.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ming, go for it.
Like, I think the cups are good because it's like shorter, so the VRS gets like pretty instant, and you're not like having to worry about it. But like, if teams can just like participate in like 2 different divisions at once, it's like, what's the point of having like? It feels a bit weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just going to be recycling the same players and teams like over and over. Like it'll just go into like a stalemate in the scene. Like I feel like the growth was a stunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, overall, I could say overall because that was an issue in the NA scene previously. Was that they were just recycling the same players over and over again, and that led to that real big brain drain when Valorant came around because they were never testing out the tier 2 players to begin with. Overall, like, you know, I feel like it's a good change, but it's like a needed change. It wasn't really ESL didn't want it to happen like that. It was more forced, if anything. What do you think about the changes of the BO3 format? So it's going from no more BO1s, all BO3s in those cups. And I think the double elim as well.
Great.
Been done last season.
Yeah, that's great.
They like, I think everybody wanted it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if they're like too lazy to like change it or something, but I don't know. All the players were like asking for it to go BO3s, and then before the season even started, and they just like said, "Yeah, no, we acknowledge it," but you know,
it's because they had like already. Well, they'd already submitted their like plan for the upcoming year, is what they told us. Like that was why they couldn't change it. Like, it was too late, kind of thing. So that's what they told us anyway.
Yeah, because I do recall they had some exceptions as well for this season of ECL. It's like ECL 50 and whatnot. Also ECL 49. It was ECL 49 that's exceptions for. That was VRS. I'm not sure about the other seasons as well. So Craze actually mentioned in chat in particular that they don't even have 8 VRS ranked teams currently, due to obviously only one word, Mind Freak, all falling apart, basically. And also FlyQuest wouldn't fly back to Australia to participate in the event, given the fact that they have so much to lose. Well, actually, they might actually come back as BO Freeze now. Papa Spiffy did say if they're BO Freeze, they might come back.
Yeah, I don't think they should. I think it's better if they don't. Like, just spend as much time overseas as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now, obviously, as well,
That was what they did for the Renegades roster. That was why they were good. And they made the run at Star Ladder because they just spend all their time in NA, when NA was a little bit better.
Yeah. What do you think about FlyQuest's major hopes at the moment? Okay, they're 2-1. They won the BO1s. They lost to Heroic and they stole Heroic's map pick. Like, what do you guys think about that?
They should breeze this bracket 3-1. It would be
Yeah, I think Namiga's
disappointing
one of the
otherwise,
more.
I think. Yeah.
Namiga's one of the better teams they could have got. I think the only other team that might have been better for them would have been like NRG or something, but.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really watched their games closely, but I think with the Bet Boom game, they were just winning like a lot of 4v5s. So
Yeah.
I don't know how good they look like strategically, but they might just be like mechanic checking teams. So I don't know if how well they'll get away with that in like stage 2, but like teams also might just not expect that. So it's hard to tell.
Always, the team that you always check for mechanics, like if the mechanics trick is bait, if bait made it 3-3 nothing, you obviously don't know mechanics are up to scratch because bait's one of the, like if you don't have your fundamentals right, like trading or utility, they're just going to punish you over and over again. And they went 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, FlyQuest definitely just look better right now though with Nedic. It's just insane.
And also they mentioned as well, like the late round calling. Like, have you noticed, like in their gameplay particularly, like is the late round calling less hectic? They're choking less. What do you guys notice that or anything like that? Like, how can you see signs of like panic and whatnot in their team?
Honestly, don't think they're the type of players to panic. To be honest,
yeah,
I think they'd be pretty calm in how they're playing, and I think
like their personas are like you talk to a lot of those guys. They're pretty like chill guys, like
so
not really going to be getting super emotional over it. So I don't think they'll get like panicky.
What I mean is like because they quoted as well like their late game calling wasn't the greatest. Like how do you know when a team's like really in control of a late game compared to like out of control of a late game?
You're winning it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're able to convert like later round situations, if you're happy to run the clock down a little bit more, or like even from disadvantageous situations, like if you can win like 4-on-5s or something, then I think that's a sign that like you're able to stabilize and you're able to play the round out a little bit more methodically rather than like if you're up 5v4 all the time, you kind of just run out and you can just trade out and you'll usually win. But if you're down that man advantage, it kind of shows like a little bit more advanced thinking in the round. So, that's what I would say.
I was thinking about this in particular as well. Like going to stage 2, if FlyQuest make it there, would you put FlyQuest as 0-3? What is our worst teams in the bracket?
M80 is probably worse, but
I haven't even looked at it, but I don't think FlyQuest would be the worst there. No way.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be the worst.
Like you've got Pain, MLBR, M80, like even Bait, and even this Furia. Like I think they had like one good showing, and like they're just back to being kind of garbage. And
do you think they could make
like
stage
DP,
1?
3D.
They could make stage 3.
They could definitely make sage 3 in this. Oh yeah.
Like
I think they'd be like a 3-2 to go through kind of thing.
What do you think Nedic brings to that FlyQuest roster, actually? Because you mentioned as well, like, since they've added Nedic to the roster, what do you feel like Nedic brings to that roster in FlyQuest?
Yeah, it just has to be firepower.
His aim, yeah.
You just put that guy on a spot and like, he's probably good for a multi.
Do you guys have like plans to deal with a player like Nedic in particular when you guys versus Rooster back in the day? Is it just like shoot him or just trade him out 1-for-1 or just pray he misses a shot?
You just got to kill him before he kills your whole team.
It's definitely, I think you have to be a lot more self-aware of like the team's spacing. I think a lot of the times it's like, like he's always going to be good for one and just like fall off, and then when that happens, it's like it just like 1v1v1s, and it's like then it just favors him. Definitely just have to make sure like you're playing together.
Yeah.
I also played around him a lot more. Like on Rooster, he was kind of like one-man army. Yeah. So it was probably a bit easier to prepare for like playing against them versus when he's playing on FlyQuest, you got like more threats.
Yeah, you obviously got Regala, you got Vexite as well. They can all pop up from time to time. And you also got
Ian's, yeah.
Instant Liaz as well. Yeah, so overall, you guys go through to verse 9 to 5. Any big scary players on that team that you guys are aware of? Because I'm looking at this roster and I have no idea who any of these guys are. Like, honestly.
Yeah, neither.
I've like slowly been keeping an eye on them. I feel like I always see Arctic on the top of the board. I don't really know what roles this guy's play, but he seems to be fragging a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
probably
Actually,
him, and I think
yep.
Chinitz is like I've seen him in like the OPL league. Just yeah, I don't know. He looks pretty sharp as well.
Also, as well as before we end the interview, you got any of the younger players that are up and coming, like they're really fragging out and really you think they can make it to the next level and just be in the top AU teams?
Who do I think is up and coming
Yeah, and
for like ECL?
yeah, for ECL,
or you
like
think, like,
players,
top
whatnot.
of the top? I feel like the gap for like to try to like jump from like to like top 5, top 6 in OCE is like really hard to find someone. I think there's a lot of people in open that you could definitely like form a team with and like get to like mid to low ECL.
Yeah.
I think if you just stick around and just do like 3-4 nights a week, I think you will naturally just overtake teams because there are just like there's just way too many teams that don't like put in like effort really.
Mm-hmm.
So like naturally you'll just overtake them if you do.
Yep. And DPR's any like younger players that you know could make that step up to ECL, like top ECL or even mid ECL?
Not that I've really been looking at. I mean, the only people I know is like whoever we've been playing against. MPR is good, maybe him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my teammate, so a little bit biased.
Like, I've been looking at also Vanilla lately as well. Vanilla Icy, he's actually a fucking demon on the scout. Reminds me of Chelios. It's like in a way where like he's able to win rounds of a scout. There's also Bruges as well. He's been doing pretty well. I'm trying to figure out the last one in particular, but I'm very sure he's not young. But
they're all like puggers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't always trust like puggers in like big games and stuff. It's kind of tend to fold, but.
What like is it because of like a composure issue, or is it like they don't operate well in like a sort of more
they just
structure?
Really, I think they just get away with like playing the game the wrong way for too long, and then they try to play the game the wrong way, and they get punished when they verse people who actually know how to play the game properly.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's definitely a discipline thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like no structured environment means they'll just make crazy peaks that they really should be doing, kind of thing. Like kind of like how you guys won that 1v4.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's just a lack of discipline. Like it might work in a pug or like against not as good players where you can just out aim them, but once the other team starts shooting back, it doesn't work, and then they kind of hit a wall, and they're like 4-16 by the end of the game, and it's like, well, that sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks you guys for coming on. Good luck in the rest of it. Hopefully, you guys can sneak into the cup or even win it all together. Take down the Wiggle Wagon. And I hope you guys have a lovely evening.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks for casting and thanks for having us.
All right. See you guys later.
See ya. Yeah.